Now that we have looked at how to post payments, let's look at how we can post denials. So let's navigate to the payments menu and open the manual posting. So you could have a payment which has a mix of denials and as well as payments that you need to apply, or it could be an EOB which has no payments at all. Now, if it's an EOB that has no payments at all, you can create a zero check payment. So you can hit the new button, new option, and create a payment with zero amount. And then you can post that payment or post that denial. If it's a payment that's got both payments to apply and denials, again, you create the payment, add the amount, and then you post the denial after the payment is created. Now, so let's look at posting of denial where there's a mix of both payments and denials in it. So I'm going to just find one of the payments that we created. So I found this payment, and let's say we want to post a denial um, using this payment. So I'll just select a patient to whose lines I want to post the denial. So I select the patient, and you can see it shows the charges for that patient. So let's say this line has got a denial that needs to be posted. So I would look at the EOB and enter if any allowed amounts or uh, any to copay or deductible or to co-insurance needs to be entered. You can enter that. But typically for denial, you may want to just skip these fields and then go right on to the next action and select what next action you want to set that or the next responsibility that you want to set it to. Now let's say if you want to leave it with the current status, which is the first status on the list in the next action list is always going to be the current status. You can leave it on current status, or you can set it to rebill. Or of course, if you want to write off the balance, you can select WO close, or you want to set it to bill patient or bill to SC, bill to secondary, whichever status you want to set it to, you can select that. I'm going to set it to the current responsibility or current status itself, which is a claim sent to primary status. Next, at the bottom of the screen, you can see under the Payer Remarks tab, you've got a line substatus. We will need to select the line substatus as denied, which is the first one on that list. Next, in the category code, you want to enter the denial code. Now, when you type in a denial code, if this denial code was posted previously in the system, you would see it on the list here. So you can see that it shows the denials that when I type that code in, it shows these are the different denials that were posted. So I can click and select that denial code that I want to use for this one. So I can click and select that, and you can see it also adds a remark into the remark field. Now let's say if the denial has not been posted yet. So I'm going to just enter a denial here, which is this denial code has never been posted in the system previously. So I'll type that denial code and the remark that goes with this denial code, and I will enter that remark into the field. Now when I post this denial and I hit the post, it would attach this denial to this line as well as add this denial code into the list. So the next time I'm trying to post the denial, when I type in this code, it'll show the denial, or it'll show that denial code in the list. So that's it. We can enter the category code, the remark, and if you also want this remark to be copied to the remark to patient statement field, that is if you want to set the next action to bill to patient and you want to bill this balance to the patient, and you want a message or remark to appear on the patient statement, you can hit this option to have this copied to the remark to patient statement. So here we can hit the post, and that will post that denial. So we'll hit post, and the denial is posted. You can see for that date of service there was a zero payment, or you can see an activity there. That means that a denial was posted for that date of service. Now if you go back to that same line which we posted the denial, you would see that it would have an activity under the payer remark tab. It'll show you the activity of the denial, or the denied posted activity will appear on that payer remark. Now if there are multiple lines, and I'll try to find a patient here who's got multiple lines. So when there are multiple lines, and if you want to post denials to both lines, you have to click on the first line and then select the denied and select the denial code. Select denied and select the denial code. And for the second line, if it's a same denial or a different denial, you have to click on the second line and then set the line substatus and the code for it separately. So the denials are attached to each lines, so you have to click, if you want to post denials to both the lines or to multiple lines, you have to click on each of those lines and then select the denial code or add the denial code. So you have to do it separately for each line. So that's how you can post denial. So I've posted that denial as well. Or missed to and set the next responsibility here. So we'll just set the next responsibility, and for both the lines, and let's say out of this I want to add a denial for the first and the second line. And let's say if the denial is different for the first and third line. So let's say for the third line here, I'm going to set, or second line, I'm going to set another denial code. And we can hit post to have that denial posted. So you can see both the denials have been, or both lines have now denials posted. So this one has a denial, and the second line I used a different denial code, so you can see that denial code over here on that second line. Now if you want to look at denials or a report that shows you all the denials that have been posted, you can go to the Report Central. The Report Central is where the reporting package is, and under the Reports tab, under section G, which is Claims and Denials, you have a denials report. G2 is the report number. You can open this report, and there are various filters you can run the report with: the denial posted date, which is entry date, or date of service range, or date range. You can also search with the denial code. You can search with an entrance. You also have filters to exclude closed lines from the denial report, or any lines that you have kept on hold. So you can hit the search here after you enter the filters, and you can see it brings up the denials report, the denials that we have posted. And if you want to export the denials into a spreadsheet format, there are two spreadsheet formats that you can export it to, and there's also a PDF format on the top left hand side that you can export the report to. So that's how you can post denials and also run reports to track denials.